first presentation is by Syamsul Asri, who is an assistant professor at International Studies Department, Fajar University in Indonesia. It's very late there in Indonesia, I believe. So thank you so much, Syamsul Asri, for joining. The topic of the presentation is Urban Walk, Engaging Religious Harmony, Cultivating Religious Freedom. So I'm now over to you, Dr. Syamsul Asri.
Thank you very much. Please, if you lost me again, please just tell me, or I will reach out of you. So, okay, Arba'in Walk is an annual commemoration of Imam Hussein's 40th day of martyrdom, done by walking mainly from Najaf to Karbala. Global Husseini means lover of Imam Hussein's, affected and affected by Karbala event coming from around the globe, from multi-religious and faith adherents. So this study is about these subjectivities, these people who are not Shi'i, not Muslim, who coming to Karbala annually around 20 Safar in Islamic calendar every year. Okay. Husseini means an individual who inspired and being transformed in actu by the principles, cause, purpose, and suffering of Imam Hussein in Karbala. The questions arise: why this Christian, Hindu, Kejawen, and Buddhist coming to Karbala annually everywhere? They are tiny in number, but the question remains: why do they come to Karbala annually? So therefore, I delve into this question and come up with, there are already seeds of global Husseini. For example, there is Husseini Brahmin, a crossover faith between popular Islam and popular Hinduism in India. They are now a majority Mohyal family. Sanjay Dutt is one of their example. There also Wahab al-Kalb, a Christian soldier who present at Karbala and fought alongside Imam Hussein against Yazid army. There's also Christian priests who want to buy Imam Hussein's head after being cut off and stick to the lands, but the soldier of Yazid refused to sell Imam Hussein's head. Therefore, the Christian priest only rent it for one night. Therefore, he shore the head with perfume and place it in the sacred place in his church. Of course, Husseini Brahmin or Wahab al-Kalb or Christian priest is not historical fact. It is narrative fact. The difference between historical and narrative is that even though historically we do not find Husseini Brahmin or Wahab al-Kalb or Christian priest traces in materiality, but they are living in the imagination of from Balkan to Bengal complex surrounding the main narrative of Imam Hussein. And what is more important that there is parade of Labbaika Ya Hussein testimonies narratively scattered around the world for over 14th century, from Che Guevara to Nelson Mandela, from Sukarno to Mahatma Gandhi, for example. So this layer of testimony about Imam Hussein's struggle, Imam Hussein's suffering, Imam Hussein messages come to form this enthusiasm to become present in Karbala annually by these non-Shi'i and non-Muslim alike. Okay, I hope I can still have time. My finding about this presence of non-Muslim and non-Shi'i in Karbala, I see them as engaging religious harmony and cultivating religious freedom. There are conflicting reading from Shi'i scholarly researching about the nature of Imam Hussein messages. So in one hand, there are tendency to read that Imam Hussein belongs only to Shi'i worldview, to Shi'i epistemology and ontology and axiology, but there are also readings, for example, from Hamid Dabasi, who saw that Imam Hussein's suffering belongs to humanity. Even one of the most respected scholar in Shi'i milieu, such as the almarhum Ayatullah Bahjat, who said that in Shi'i, the 12 Imam undergone two occultation, minor occultation and major occultation. And when he reappearance, the 12 Imam also undergone two reappearance, minor reappearance and major reappearance. Major reappearance when he will come up, and the minor appearance is happening right now when Imam Hussein messages is accepted by all of the people of the faith who come to commemorate his message in Karbala annually. And Imam Zaman, or the 12th Imam, will pronounce that this is Hussein, my grandfather. So the conflictual nature of reading the Karbala is already there. But I want to push forward to say that the presence of non-Shi'i and non-Muslim alike in Karbala, they are actually engaging religious harmony and cultivating religious freedom. There is tendency to see that these people of non-Shi'i and non-Muslim eventually will be Shiiticized in the larger process of Arba'in work. But I think that is not the case, since they are coming there as genuine Christian. They are coming there as genuine Hindu or genuine Kejawen. Kejawen is local practice here in Indonesia, in Javanese island.
Thank you so much, Syamsul. Now, I'm pleased that despite technological challenges, you were able to deliver your point, and the way you analyze the Arba'in walk tradition, the Shia tradition, and how it brings together people from various religious background while maintaining their own religious beliefs and religious identity is a symbol of religious harmony, which is the point you have made. Certainly a point worth an emphasis, and we will look forward to your paper on the same.
Dr. Ali Salman, may I have a question?
Please.
Yeah, sorry, because no one has any questions. So I wanted to ask a question about Arba'in gathering and about Arba'in walk from Mr. Asri. I don't know, he can hear us or not?
Yes, I can hear. I can hear you. Please.
Okay. Brother Asri, you had a very good presentation about Arba'in and a big or a word Husseiniya in this walking. Could you please tell me that Arba'in, you think that is a rational gathering, or no, it is only an emotional gathering? I mean, could you please differentiate between rational senses and emotional senses in Arba'in? And have you seen Arba'in yourself or not? Arba'in gathering, sorry.
Thank you. I am not yet attended the Arba'in. In 2019, my visa is rejected because my agent is not sufficiently stated that I am a researcher and not a pilgrim. So therefore, my visa in 2 years ago is being rejected. So my methodology in this research is ethnography. Ethnography is digital ethnography. We are conducting deep interview with a participant via internet, via online. We are study the primary sources via tele researching, that we are using internet as the main channel, as the main facilitator of this research. It's quite established as a method. It's called ethnography.
Syamsul, his question about the being, you see it, is it rational or emotional? Can you answer that?
Yes. I cannot separate where is the line separating the rational and the emotional, where emotional ends and rational begins, or where the rationality ends and the emotivism begins. But I see that in urban world, great effort must be made in order to be able to conduct the hard and long journey, and it is impossible with only rationality. It is must be demanded as emotionality also, but rationality in itself is required in order to see that this movement or this pilgrimage, or I rather say this interreligious pilgrimage, has a purpose, has an ethics, calling for justice, for example, calling for developing universal semantics, universal language, to be able to stand in front of predatory power, for example. So yes, Ali Hassanian, there is both emotional and rational there, and the separating line is very blurring, to say.